They reppin' the B-Dog. It's going down like fat kids on a seesaw. Next up,
I believe that's me.
Hey yo, Quan, can you hold me down?
Definitely. A lot of niggas been talking. Sooner or later, police gon' have to choke them. Bad news, we on that bullet shit often. Serving hard often. Pop and hop your in the car. Out on bail, fresh out of jail. VA screaming. Soon as I stepped on the scene, niggas got to flee. Cause not only do I rap and sing, I really clap that thing. And outside of Jesus, I'm born to be the king of kings. Keep my crown fitted. Keep my throne straight. I want the whole world. My own state, y'all just stepped on. I got that raw weight, my shit's all real, your shit's all fake. And I can tell it when I see these. They talk like me, but really wanna be me. Cause y'all ain't really trying to see me. Cause I'm in the hood all day. I will heat y'all industry. I'm from the easy.
Now I'm so BA, so spot raid, so known for putting crap in they place. So born that, so I'm so around the way. So done for Quan, who is reppin' King's Bay. Welcome to the field where only the ill play. But this is not a drill, we live in this all day. And you can try to build or do it the hard way, but it's evident you still gon' do what this squad say. Mark my word, I'm taking everything I deserve. We can start with the crib, cars, cheddars, and birds. Right now I got the urge, or maybe it's the nerve. We the all-time greats in the making on the verse. So when it comes to the home, the goons get it on, but that's only when I'm threatened in regards to the throne. You was thinking deep cover, but now your cover's blown. Welcome to Virginia, go we get it on. Yeah.
Talking about the ghetto, funky ghetto, trying to survive, trying to stay alive. The ghetto.
Welcome back to the show. Man Talks Monday. Happy Juneteenth to all of the Stewies, man. Wherever you may be, far and wide. We got a couple cats listen to the show from Texas. I think Loose Neck Size from Texas, or lives in Texas. Texas Ty, obviously. I mean, with a name like Texas Ty, he should live in Texas. So make sure y'all go out and celebrate Juneteenth today, man. I mean, a big day in our country's history. You know, I would be pissed off to the highest of festivity. You mean to tell me we was free 2 years ago and y'all still had me on the clock? Oh, hell no. In the chat room on Spreaker.com, Jam2 says Vince had a sorry-ass coach in Tennessee. Right. Then on the flip side of that, Grego says, looks like Jeff Fisher was right. Man, shut up, Grego. Matter of fact, speaking of which, let's get the ball rolling with the damn ball penis nominations. How about that? So Grego the Stewie gets the first ball penis nomination of the week. Grego says Jeff Fisher was right about Vince Young. Man, shut up. Jeff Fisher on Vince Young. Well, you said some dumb shit like that. We just celebrated Vince Young and talked about, you know, the great player that he was when he was younger and in college. Then you're going to come out your damn mouth with Jeff Fisher was right about Vince Young. Jeff Fisher wasn't right about shit. Your ass is nominated. How about that? If you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, every Friday we give out Boiled Peanuts, which is an award that we give to the Buster of the Week in sports, entertainment, and beyond. And so the Stewies actually nominate people, and we have this big thing on Friday where you can actually go and vote on the Doug Stewart Show and the Stewart Media and Entertainment Facebook chat group. And we'll give you a list, and you actually vote, and It's all on the up and up. And so we take nominations. So Grego gets the first nomination of the week for saying some silly. From Grego, adjust bow tie. Thanks, Doug. Oh, yeah, and another thing about this whole Grego thing is he actually takes pride in getting nominated for ball penis. He's the absolute epitome of a contrarian. Yeah, he loves being the pot stirrer. He's a magnificent troller. So a lot of times I ignore, what he does, but sometimes he just, like that whole thing about Vince Young. We having a warm and cozy, cuddly feeling conversation about Vince Young. You going to come with something like that. From Al Thompson. Doug always forgets about BPAs until he reads Grego or Babs polls right. They put me in a Ball Penis Award nomination type of mood. Them two guys. From Fell Pay, why Jeff Fisher always getting jobs when he's unemployed? Think it's time to give some new bloods a shot. Agree wholeheartedly. The people's champ. He has a point, though. We got it wrong about Vince Young. We don't have anything wrong. That's based on opinion. That's actually based on opinion. If we got it wrong about Vince Young or not. The man hadn't had the opportunity. He hadn't had the ideal circumstances to flourish, because it seems like he's always been damn behind the 8 ball. That's what I say. It's all on how you look at things, man. It's all on how you look at things. From Jam 2, remember McNair after the bad call by Fisher to lose the Super Bowl, McNair never got back again. Oh, yeah. I watched the couple of, maybe it was a month and a half ago, the real life story, whatever that series is called. It's called A Football Life. That's what it's called. A Football Life. Vince or Steve McNair's A Football Life on the NFL Network. Man, that thing was deep, man. Well, you remember when Eric McNair was at Alcorn State? Man, you talk about used to chunk it around. They used to chunk that ball all over the place, man, when he was in college. Came in second place, I believe it was, for the Heisman Trophy, but real tragic the way it died, man. This little chick on the side put a bullet in his head and hers. You talk about tragic. That's the epitome of tragic. From GRF, rest in peace, USS Fitzgerald 7. He says, Andre, somebody in CIC wasn't paying attention, plus I did some low visibility watch on the bridge wing, and you can't see ish out there, especially if no moon was out. What are y'all having some type of military conversation on the Doug Stewart Show in my chat room? I don't want no military conversation in my chat room. From Sandman, he says, I never would have thought Vince Young would have had such an unfortunate career. Man, you remember when Vince Young came out, there was actually talk about him having a bigger upside than Vic. You remember that? Because he was taller. I think his numbers, I think he was in college a little bit longer than Vic, if I remember correctly. And so he had the passing numbers, man. He had a little hitch in his throw where he kind of threw it sidearm. That was kind of something of a worry. But man, we thought Vince Young was going to take what Vic did to the next level. And you're right, man. It's unfortunate. He just was in bad situations. And you remember, Jeff Fisher wanted to draft, was it Matt Leinart? I believe it was Matt Leinart at the time, because Jeff Fisher's got, this relationship with USC. He went to USC, and Jeff Fisher likes, his quarterback to play a certain way or whatever. It was totally biased. He didn't want anything to do with Vince Young. And I really do believe if under different circumstances, and Vince Young would have been drafted as somebody that believed in him and catered to his skill set, I think that he'd still be flourishing in the NFL. A lot of times it's timing, man. And it was just horrible, horrible timing with Vince Young. His whole setup was just a bad setup. I mean, he had so many things working against him, man. Maybe he wouldn't have turned out to be a great player or as good of a player we thought he would have been coming out of Texas. But the cards that this dude was dealt from the very beginning with this whole Jeff Fisher thing, man, in Tennessee, it just wasn't conducive to doing well. It wasn't. from that ninja Phillip Rivers has been playing for years. Let's not talk about sidearm as being relevant. Very good point. Good morning to you, ninja. Come in making points. Very good point. Phillip Rivers has the worst throwing motion that I've ever seen in my life, but somehow he gets the ball to his target. So, we've seen players in basketball that shoot the ball funny or whatever, but it goes in. I talked about one of my favorite players of all time, Jamal Wilkes. Jamal Wilkes had one of the ugliest shots ever, but it went in. Lonzo Ball at UCLA, flicked and shot, but it goes in. A lot of quarterbacks don't throw textbook, the way that you should do, or throw a football with all the mechanics or whatever, and have been fine in the NFL. Phillip Rivers is exact example that you need to give in talking about guys that threw the ball, flicked it and had successful careers. Phillip Rivers probably is going to go to the Hall of Fame, which is crazy. Like, he's passed all of Dan Fouts' records. Dan Fouts is a Hall of Famer. Phillip Rivers probably going to get to the Hall of Fame. But when you watch this guy play, it's amazing how he gets the football to his target. Vince Young was the same type of quarterback the way he threw the ball. And so I just regret that that guy never – I don't think he had a chance. I don't think he had a chance in the bias that Fisher had against his style of play. When the whole thing went down, when he wouldn't go back into the game, I think it wasn't as cut and dry as the story the media put out there and the way Fisher describes what happened. My brother at the time, when that whole thing happened where he wouldn't go back in the game because of his injury or whatever, he just got thrown under the bus. And my brother was like, he's never, ever going to be given the opportunity again in the NFL because of that. Ryan played in the league for many years, and he was right. He was right. Just really put into a different category after that whole controversy. Just a bad setup for him. Bad. Punk-ass Jeff Fisher ain't really won shit in his career. He never did a damn thing. Never did a damn thing. Went to one Super Bowl in 11 years of coaching. From foul pay, flicked it. Doug reached back into the 90s with that one. Maybe. Right. Clay Ball, LeBron Davis. I think it's terrible to change a person's throwing motion or shot if it's successful. I agree 100%. From Bro McDowell, says Jeff Fisher's name is mud around these parts of St. Louis. I believe you. You talk about privilege. It may never have been a bigger example of privilege in the NFL and sports in general than Jeff Fisher. Back in 3 minutes.
enough. And when you got a little bit, so what? Wanna take it out, yeah. Life